Hello everybody, my name is Mike from m.a.d Gaming and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now this is not a game I would normally see myself playing, but so many of you have asked me to play it. It's probably the most requested game I have ever had on this channel, and that is saying something. I instantly feel uneasy when I start the game up to find a warning that I have to sign for, saying that people under 13 mustn't play this game. Those who are suffering from depression or are sensitive to those kind of subjects must not play this game. And I don't understand why. But I'm going to get into it and I'm going to see what this is about. Okay, let's start a new game. Let's enter my name. My name is Mike. Hi, I'm Mike from m.a.d Gaming. How's it going? Okay, this is a visual novel as far as I'm aware. So I've had to wait this long because my voice has been shot over the Christmas period where I've had a really nasty cold. And now I'm feeling up to the point where I can read more. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know that kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Wherever I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop. Oh, that's me speaking! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mike. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Is she Aquaman? She has like a fish scale chest piece that looks very Aquaman. No. Okay. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the street's become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. By the way, Mike, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already I'm not interested. I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? Maybe I did. Maybe I should join the Doki Doki Literature Club. Maybe, just maybe a thought. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Games, yes. Anime, not so much. I was talking about I was worried you wouldn't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Whoa, okay. We don't know each other that well. I mean, we're friends. But why is my happiness that much of an importance to you? I don't know you're happy now, but I die of the thought of you becoming a neat? What's a neat? In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. Okay. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. I seem like an arsehole. Let's just say that me as a not me in person, but me as a character, I seem like an arsehole. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to weigh up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought we might need some encouragement, so I thought, well, you know... Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I will stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold myself for a cupcake. Not the first time, personally, I've sold myself for a cupcake. Although I did get my soul given back to me. I don't think they wanted it. Not sure why. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, but being generally used to the third year at classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Mike, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? You want me to say something or say it? Sorry. Natsuki. Huh. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name's apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Mike. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having a smile at me generally feels a little... you too, Monica. Come, sit down, Mike. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little bit excited. Then, how about we make some tea as well? Tea! Yes! Tea sounds like a good idea. I like tea. Now we're talking. I like this club even more. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Oh, that's like a toy for some reason. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and a little piece of chocolate we used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, well, you know. Just hurry to take one. Sayori grabs it first, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Just shove it in, man! Natsuki is quiet. I can't help her notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing's sweet. Full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I made them for urine. I thought you technically did, so I already said, well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Wow. Tea set. Wow. I need that tea. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? I like your style. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Well, a hot cup of tea helps me enjoy a lot of things. Mostly the day. If I don't have a tea in the morning, nope, not gonna happen. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime. Shut your mouth, mate. Shut your mouth. Tea is a pastime for me. You cannot speak for me, alright? Reading, maybe not so much. But tea... I'm sorry, but this character does not speak for me in that regard. I just want to put that in there right now. But at least I enjoy... Wait a minute, maybe I should have read the end of the sentence before getting irate. Sorry, I get really irate when it comes to tea. I'm not enjoying it. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider Literature Club? I was forced to come here, that's what. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so, that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. To encourage others to get into literature, and then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri said, not in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. And it makes schools events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. That's why they are also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I just don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Mike, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I remark quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so revered and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I've never read a horror book personally. I play a lot of horror games though. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or the Rock. Really? I thought you'd accepted that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at a world, even for only a brief moment. She's got a point, horror is pretty powerful in that respect. If done right, obviously. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, it's just... Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? Oh, I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Showing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mike? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls at me stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Mike... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided, then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and to bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over me once more. Mike, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue their chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Mike, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go close to one of these girls. Right, okay, so you're in it for your dick, mate. Okay, fair enough. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances and sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I guess it does. Oh, I've actually got to write the poem. Oh, right, okay. It's time to write the poem. Pick a word if you think your favourite club member will like. Right, okay. Hang on a minute, I have to write this specifically for a club member. So is this a dating sim or what? Right, okay, let's just do it, shall we? Okay, I'm going to write this, picking the word that I like the most. Awesome. Infinite. Sugar. This poem is going to be a big pile of shit. Frightening. Eternity. Climax. Way. Determination. Existence. Contamination. Games. Puppy! Tenacious, after Tenacious D. Hell yes. Tenacious Puppy is having some type of existential crisis. Chocolate. Time. Wrath. Hell yeah. Adventure. Wow. I'm having trouble picking. Tragedy. Infallible. Email. Memories. Universe. And for my last one... Loud. Okay. I have no idea what I just wrote. I have no idea what I just wrote. And I have no idea who I was pleasing, because I honestly wasn't paying attention to the bottom left. I was just going with what I wanted to pick. So, we'll see how this goes. Hi again, Mike. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. While I'm back at the Literature Club, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mike. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sorry, Tommy, you didn't even want to join this club this year. And last year too. I don't even know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeating Natsuki, plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Mike always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my... Do I? When? How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Oh, since when have I been cleaning a room? And you always set your house on fire once. So... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Mike could become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri bought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Terry and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Is she making tea? I'm well up for that. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I'd probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. Festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is the idea of literature club sounds dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that sparks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place. It's a literature event. It's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Oh, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I didn't fall out of my chair. Ah! Sorry! Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You'll have to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. What's the problem? What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? No, not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glanced around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain in your collar right there. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. My character is an arsehole. Where's the compassion? Where's the... I don't know. Where's the relatability? You never keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. I'm really controlling. I don't like that. I don't like the way my character is controlling. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. It'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Yes. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Yeah. It did when I bought it. Ugh. If you ever buttoned it up, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Yeah, okay. Right. Fine. It's getting to that point, is it? Cool. Right. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms around, twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let me do the things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Aw, kind of sweet. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. I'm saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only a few folks are getting to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote up now? Yay! Mike, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, you did remember to write a poem last night. Yes, I did. I wrote one. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find something to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is his wrinkled sheet, loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same for myself. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? I'm going to go with my reasoning. I'm going to give it to Yuri first, because she gave me the book. So, it's a fair trade. She gave me the book, I show her my poem first. Do you see my logic? Hopefully that's a good enough reason. There we go. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. That's also a good reason. I could trust her opinion to be fair. Huh. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why'd you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are special writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, when they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together, the end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but learning to work together is probably the most challenging part. It'll take you some time, but it'll come to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't supposed to be a literature club. Okay, ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Wow. Powerful. Oh, I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's quite neat, actually. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It was too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Mike. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences through their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. Okay, who do I share my poem to next? Okay, I think probably Sayori because she's the closest to us, our character. So we'll go for that. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Mike! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Mike poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I could feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you just wrote that one. It just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Mike. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. No matter how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help out the bed, making me rub my sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit about myself. What do you mean? Still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I don't mean to say that if it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I agree. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, guess we show Monica. She's the leader of the club. Natsuki just seems a bit weird and a bit off. So we'll go Monica next. Hey, Mike. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mike. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? There's a sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Oh, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Huh. Well, that may be the case. And maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're reading into it too much? Could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sawyer's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she really likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, each to their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying something different a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might feel a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find something that suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to be right. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Oh, it's a long one. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A reel? Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. This seems weird. Is it me, or is this really weird? This seems like... I don't know, there's something off about this. I'm not... So what do you think? Oh, it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the really right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. That kind of style has got pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems being put on emphasis on timing between words and lines. But performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You're welcome. Okay, Natsuki finally. Well, it's about what I expected for someone like you. Just a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I told you weren't going to like it. Actually, I didn't like it. That was a bit weird. I like it. No, I don't. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Some people don't even take my handwriting seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. It's like, when it's easy to read, it hits you hard. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I see, there's like save load stuff across the bottom. Whoops. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts me more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Okay, so that was on purpose. Okay, fair enough. I can understand it a bit better now. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with one last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew! Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice, and there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant... in a language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come across nice that at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Mike did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across as something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Mike liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realise you were so interested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Mike appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how would you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a bigger size as soon as Mike started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned to me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Mike, she's trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have to happen in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? I mean, you should just jump out of the reading, not force her to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Mike. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, but limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Mike? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? And that's where I'm going to leave this episode for today. A bit of a cliffhanger. So let's just save my game. So, yeah, okay, this game's not too bad. I can kind of see a slight amount of, like... I want to say darkness creeping through. And I'm wondering why that's the depression warning at the beginning. But I honestly have no idea what to expect. So let me guys know what you thought of this game in the comments below. I'm pretty sure I already know what you guys are going to say because you were all the ones that suggested it to me. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching, and if you want to see more Doki Doki Literature Club, please don't forget to drop this video a like. It really does help me know what you guys want to see. So the higher the like rating on a video, the more likely it is that you're going to get more of it. A low like rating means that I'm more likely just to skip over it in favour of something else. So it really does let me know, and it is a really, really helpful tool. But thank you everybody again so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.